Have you ever had one of those days where nothing terrible actually happened, but somehow everything felt exhausting? One message annoyed you. One mistake stayed in your head for hours. Someone's opinion bothered you more than it should have. And before you knew it, your entire day was gone. Not because life became harder, because your attention went to the wrong things. Most people think a better life means having fewer problems, more money, less stress, more confidence, more happiness. Mark Manson disagrees completely. He says the goal isn't to eliminate problems, it's to choose which problems are worth having. That sounds strange at first, but it changes everything. Think about someone who dreams of becoming a successful musician. People imagine the concerts, the applause, the recognition. Very few imagine years of practice, constant rejection, performing for almost nobody. If you want the dream, you also have to want the struggle that comes with it. Every meaningful goal brings meaningful problems. The question isn't, what do I want? The real question is, what am I willing to struggle for? That's where most people get stuck. They want confidence without uncomfortable conversations. They want success without failure. They want meaningful relationships without vulnerability. They want change without uncertainty. But life doesn't work that way. You don't get the reward without accepting the price attached to it. One of the biggest ideas in this book is hidden in its title. Not giving a fuck doesn't mean becoming cold or rude or pretending nothing matters. It means becoming selective. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your attention is limited. If everything feels important, then nothing truly is. Imagine carrying a backpack. Every opinion you care about adds another stone. Every unnecessary argument, another stone. Every stranger's approval, another stone. Eventually, you're exhausted. Not because life became heavier, because you kept putting things into the backpack that never belonged there. Pathetic people aren't the ones with no problems. They're often the people who stopped carrying problems that weren't theirs. That's a very different way of looking at happiness. And it's the first reason this book became one of the most discussed self-development books of the last decade. Here's something worth thinking about. How much of your stress today actually came from things you could control? And how much came from things you simply kept thinking about? Because worrying and solving are not the same thing. Many people confuse them. Mark Manson argues that every time you say yes to one thing, you're automatically saying no to something else. Every hour you spend chasing approval is one less hour building something meaningful. Every minute spent trying to impress everyone is a minute not spent becoming the person you actually want to become. If this summary is making you see the book differently, take a second to like the video. It really helps BookFlow reach more people who enjoy thoughtful book summaries. And if you enjoy learning from great books without reading hundreds of pages, consider subscribing. The hardest part isn't learning what matters, it's learning what doesn't. Because letting go often feels harder than holding on. One of the most uncomfortable ideas in this book is that your values determine almost everything. Not your talent, not your intelligence, not even your circumstances. Your values. Because your values decide what success means, what failure means, and what deserves your attention. Imagine someone whose self-worth depends on being admired. Every criticism feels devastating. Every disagreement feels personal. Every failure feels like proof that they're not good enough. Now imagine someone else whose value is learning. The same criticism becomes useful. The same failure becomes information. Nothing changed, except the value they measured life by. Mark Manson argues that many people chase terrible values without realizing it. Always being right, always looking successful, always impressing other people. Those goals never really end. There's always someone richer, someone smarter, someone more attractive. If your happiness depends on comparison, you'll always find a reason to feel behind. The book suggests replacing fragile values with stronger ones. Curiosity, honesty, responsibility, growth. These are things nobody can take away from you, because they're built from your choices, not from other people's opinions. Another idea that surprised many readers is Manson's definition of responsibility. He says something can be completely not your fault and still become your responsibility. At first, that sounds unfair, but think about it. You didn't choose every problem in your life. You didn't choose where you were born. You didn't choose every setback, but you still choose what happens next. And that's where responsibility begins. Imagine getting caught in heavy rain. You didn't cause the storm, but you still decide whether to find shelter, keep walking, or stand there complaining. The weather wasn't your fault. Your response still belongs to you. Life works the same way. This idea becomes especially powerful when we talk about failure. Most people avoid failure because they think it says something about who they are. Manson argues the opposite. Failure is feedback, nothing more. Every person you admire today has probably failed more times than most people ever see. The difference is, they stopped treating failure like an identity. They treated it like information. There's another trap the book talks about: the constant search for certainty. We want guarantees. We want to know every decision will work. We want the perfect timing, the perfect opportunity, the perfect plan. But certainty is comforting, not realistic. Sometimes the healthiest answer is simply, I don't know yet. And being comfortable with that uncertainty is often what allows people to grow. By the end of the book, one message becomes impossible to ignore. A meaningful life isn't built by avoiding discomfort. It's built by choosing the discomfort that's worth it. Every decision closes one door and opens another. Every yes costs something. Every no protects something. The question isn't whether life will be difficult. It will. The real question is, which difficulties are worth carrying? If this summary changed the way you think about the book, I'd really appreciate a quick like. It helps BookFlow reach more people who enjoy thoughtful book summaries. And if you want clear, practical ideas from the world's most influential books every week, subscribe to BookFlow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next summary.